de facto, pterodactyl when I'm micro and macro my mind. Why would I try to hide the fact that I'm jacked to be actually naturally high? And I'm that guy with the flashlight looking back.
All right, guys. Ian from Central Coast Disc Golf, and we got the 2015 Rocky Mountain Disc Golf Championships, and we are lucky enough to be joined by Jared Person, who actually played in the round and super familiar with Bohart Ranch. Say what's up, Jared.
How's it going, everybody?
There he is. Well, let's get to watching this disc golf, buddy.
All right.
All right, guys. On the card today, we have Christian Dietrich, Jared Person, Joey Kozlowski, and Seth White. And we're starting off on hole 1 of a lower course. There's two 18-hole courses out at Bohart Ranch. And what's the deal with this one, Jared?
You talking about the lower course or
Yeah.
hole number 1?
Hole number 1 here.
Hole number 1, pretty straightforward hole, really, especially if you're right-handed. You got a little bit of trouble on the right-hand side in OB, but other than that, it's kind of just a standard little hyzer. So
Yeah, it should be pretty easy for the righties. You're actually a lefty, though, Jared, right?
I am, yep.
Yeah. Always fun to have a lefty on the card.
For sure. And Christian looks perfect.
Nice drive from him. Up next is Seth White. I believe he's from Missoula.
Actually, he is from... Where is it? It's east of Helena. I can't think of it right off the top of my head right now.
Okay, but he unfortunately clipped a tree in State OB. And you threaded the needle, Jared.
Yeah, I normally throw a forehand on this, but I busted my hand all up 2 weeks before, so decided to try and pinch those trees.
It worked,
out
buddy.
pretty good, though.
Yeah. And Joey also has a pretty nice drive, stays in bounds. And there actually is a drop zone on this, so this is going to be Seth's third shot from the drop zone, looking to get up and down for his 4. Should be no worries with that one. And Joey for a 2. Outside the circle, a little bit high. That putting style, Jared.
Crazy.
It was tripping me out all weekend, man.
Yeah, I played with him at Zootown, and I had to just stop watching it because it was fascinating, but it was throwing me all off.
Yeah. Christian Dietrich, you can watch him putt all day, though, buddy. And
for sure.
He banged up 2, just like you did.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah.
Just
a little squeaker. And Joey gets his par save, and Seth's going to be tapping in a 4. Not too shabby. A nice start for you and Christian. And
sure.
You actually
bird on the hole, so
yeah, and you beat Christian a little bit ago, correct?
First time ever.
Dude, that's amazing.
I did, yeah.
If I knew Christian, I would tell everyone I know. That dude is
Christian's
good.
a real good friend of mine, so I didn't rub it in too bad.
Right on, man. I wouldn't let that get in my way. We're on to hole 2 here, 292, and this is a pretty good lefty hole for you, Jared.
It is, actually, yeah. You just got it. You can't really see it from the video, but the corner, it does pinch a little tight, and just as long as you get past that, even if you're a little deep, you're not too bad. So.
Yeah. Christian's opting for a forehand with his pretty beat-up X-Gal, and a little too much Yanny.
Yeah, well, and the other thing, there's a little gap right there on the left-hand side, and we couldn't feel it from the tee, but there's a wind blowing. I thought this shot here was absolutely perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And right when it got to that corner that I was talking about, it just lifted and pulled straight to the right.
Oh, yeah, there is a little gap in the trees you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like a little bummed, but, still got to look at it. Anyway.
Yeah, middle of the fairway, and a crazy kick for Joey's shot right there.
Best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. And Seth, he has a really nice forehand. I was super impressed with it.
Do it. You don't see him throw it a ton either. So
no, but every time he did, it was good. Christian's second shot, and he runs pretty much everything, Jared.
Yeah, he's got a great short game, and when he runs it, he's only like 10 feet past.
Yeah, and when you know you're going to make the comebacker, you can run everything, and he has that confidence in the comeback. Looks like he came up a little bit short there, and we got Levi Buckingham, maker of the Pound Octothorpe, filming for Central Coast Disc Golf, and Joey just paid a huge putt.
Yeah. He needs to patent that style, then use that shot.
Yeah.
Just for every commercial.
It kind of reminds me of like a peacock, or like, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is tripping me out though, man. But he makes it work. I can't say anything about it. Yeah,
I don't understand how he gets the power with his his offhand his back, but he makes it work. It works good.
Sure
he makes all putts. 1,000 rated.
Yeah, no joke, man. Seth makes his birdie putt, and Christian made his par save. On hole 3, 338, but this is crazy uphill, right, Jared?
Yeah, this plays like 450. The video doesn't even do it justice. You're throwing straight uphill.
Yeah, dude, I thought I just like crushed my drive in this hole, and I was like 100 feet short.
I can throw far, and I have yet to be able to get it all the way to this pin.
And that was a solid pull from Joey. Like,
that was.
He's
really
way
good.
up there, just pin high off to the right almost.
Yeah, him and Seth are taking the same. Seth got unlucky. I can't tell if he went to his bushes or not, but I remember. This is the greatest shot I've ever seen in my life.
I can't believe this throw right here from Christian. Like,
I think that was that a side. That was a sidewinder.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, star sidewinder.
He always says, he's like, sidewinders, those are mountain destroyers.
Dude, it's so true. It is crazy how much elevation comes into play. This is actually my first time playing it at any kind of severe elevation, and it was a trip, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like 7,000 feet or something.
Yeah.
So I threw that D3. That was my flippy D3.
And it still didn't flip that much.
Did not. Well, I didn't throw it very good either. I mean, I got it way up there, but I didn't really hit my line at all.
Yeah. That was a good out from where you were, though.
Yeah. I'm good at those.
Yeah. And Joey looking to run this birdie. A little short right. Where do you live, Jared?
Yeah. I live in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. It's about 6.5 hours from this from Bozeman here. So.
And Christian
play
gets
a lot of Montana.
A birdie right there, Jared.
Yeah.
That's
a stroke on everybody and 2 on half the field.
That is so true. Yeah.
So, I can pretty much guarantee he was the only 2 on that hole today.
Yeah.
Well, I can't guarantee it. Someone could have thrown one in, or but
I'd bet
legit.
I'd bet $100.
Yeah, totally. So, this next hole.
Oh man, hole 4 is. You're playing on a ridge, basically, right here.
About 10 feet wide.
Just lined with trees, slopes off both sides super fast, and if you go long, you could say goodbye to your disc as well.
No, I need to tell myself from now on to just throw past this basket. This hole gives me trouble.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Christian threaded the needle and went actually just a little bit long, but he's going to have a comeback look for 2. And Joey up next.
Just missed that 3. That is perfect.
Wow. Getting
absolutely
squeaky.
You cannot throw that in better without throwing it in.
Right? Really nice. Seth opting for the putter. I guess Christian did too.
A little bit tight.
Mm-hmm. Fortunate to stay on the fairway, though.
Yeah, for sure. And that was terrible. This is the hardest hole in the world. I'm trying to throw, because it's straight, but it's straight, but there's like a tree in your way. So for me, I'm trying to throw this little baby hyzer.
Yeah.
And I just can't. I can't throw that shot.
Yeah, it looks
Next time I'm throwing something overstable and I'm just throwing past it.
There you go. It looks like it might be a lefty hole, but I think it's actually kind of a easier shot for an Annie backhand with the righties.
Totally agree with you on that.
Yeah, so Christian went a little bit long coming back for his birdie. And
all day.
He just doesn't miss putts. He's like,
I mean, if you want a hyzer putt, that's the guy to model your hyzer putt after.
Right?
It's perfect. It's like a swift every single time.
And it's not kind of like salad either. He puts like some serious oomph on it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Montana Macbeth, dude. I'm telling you guys. Like, Christian Dietrich is no joke, people.
Yeah, well, he's won a national tour. Not a lot of people know that. He won the Beaver State Fling a few years back. So.
And Milo is no joke of a course either, man. Like,
and I think that every time he's played Worlds, he's been top 20. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure.
I would not doubt that statement at all. We're on to hole 5, guys. 306 par 3. This one's really downhill. It's such a weird shot, though, Jared.
This is the exact opposite of the other hole. It's a hole that looks like it's a righty hole, but it's really a lefty hole.
You're totally right, man.
Yeah, because of right there, right where Christian's going. So hard to get around that without going all the way past the basket by playing the shot higher than you want.
Yeah, you can see Joey agrees with you. He's throwing a forehand, which is essentially the lefty backhand line, right?
Good.
Oh, nice.
And he was unlucky on the skip. He was super happy with that shot, but got not a good skip. And Seth illustrates your point here, Jared.
Exactly. So that is the perfect righty shot. It's even with this big downhill, and then the green itself is sloped that way too. So getting the hyzer to stop is really tough.
Mm-hmm. And you see he blew past the basket, and he is just stuck in some trees.
And see, that was a bad shot, but it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it did. You got a clean look.
Yeah.
And Christian, not so much. He doesn't make 60-footers all day, but he makes everything inside those.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Joey comes up just short on his 2 look. And you got the best look here, Jared, for birdie.
Yeah, not a lot in my way. That was probably my best putt of the whole day.
Dude, I'll take that. Was a solid putt, man.
That's good, yeah.
And Seth was back there for a while, and he just eventually realized.
They gotta limb that up. That's within 30. They gotta limb those up, so you gotta look if you're past it.
Yeah, I guess they could penalize you for running it. You know?
They missed 1 tree. I could forgive them. This place is amazing.
Oh my God, man!
How much work these guys put in out here is insane.
It's a perfectly manicured mountain disc golf course, which is
exactly. It's something you just don't see. I mean, it's why every tournament is C tier, X tier. I don't care. I'm gonna go out there. It's just awesome. So
I do not blame you, man. I can't wait to go back out there next year. So we're on to hole 6, guys. 275 par 3, and this one plays uphill and then kind of flattens out a little bit. Makes it really tough with the ceiling.
This hole is just so cool because if you hit your line, it feels like the greatest shot you ever threw in your life because it's the pin is blind, but the gap isn't. You can see the gap from the tee, so it's really cool.
Exactly. Yeah, you took the box with that birdie, Jared.
Yeah, I'll take it every once in a while.
Yeah, pretty cool. What are you ripping out here?
That is an M2, a little bit beat up, just perfect. That disc was awesome up at 7,000 feet with a little bit of pop. It was just pretty much dead straight for me.
Yeah, you can't throw it much better than that, buddy. And a Christian, that's looking a little high, Jared.
Yeah, a little high. You got to keep it. It's hard not to be high just because you got that hill right in front of you. I literally was aiming at the top of the hill. If you clear it, it falls away. Looking at the right height to hit the gap.
Yeah. Joey also got a little high kicked left. That's going to be a really long putt. And looking at Seth's shot with the Pro Rock 3. That looks pretty.
Get under him.
Real pretty.
Dang.
Perfect. Yeah.
He went somebody's closer on you, dude.
I know. I thought my shot was good.
And here's Christian with about 40. Kidding me? What?
Jump putting. You just said what? I'm pretty sure when you filmed it was the exact same what.
Yeah. I think you're right, dude. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was standing right next to you. I was like, yeah, that's Christian.
Yeah.
There you go.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Christian said to me earlier, he's like, you know, I don't care who wins, just no one shoot worse than 1,030 rated golf. Because when I beat him, I was like 1,010. He's like, that's baloney. He's like, it's not even a win. You got to 1,030 or better. I'm like, all right, man, I'll try and hold up my end of the bargain.
Oh, that's awesome, man. But you're hanging with Christian so far. Really struck back after 6.
I'm trying.
Yep. We're on hole 7, 308 par 3. This is uphill and has a really cool shape to it.
All the holes out here are just on the lower, the back 9 not so much, but these first few, they're like, they trick you to thinking it's a hyzer like that, but it's not because that tree's in the way.
Yep.
It's actually throw it tight and with something overstable and low and let it skip up the hill.
Yep. And Christian's throwing that Annie line, hoping to get flex, but didn't put enough Annie on that.
Just didn't get over on it. Is that his rock?
Yeah, it was, yeah. And Seth throwing the Annie. And a little tight.
Yeah, if that was 5 feet wider, that was going to be absolutely perfect.
Yep, totally agree. Joey liking that line from Seth, hoping to improve upon it.
There you go.
And off the tee, I thought this shot was absolutely parked. And then I watched, well, obviously I played the round, and then looking at the video, it was interesting to see right where it hit.
Yeah, it got a lot more turn than I expected.
Yeah, I thought he was going to flatten out a little bit and come into the hill.
Yeah. Seth just laid it for a par. Looks like Christian's doing his almost go in layup thing.
Yep.
And Jared, this is a long look for 2, buddy.
Yeah, it's kind of just throw it at the yellow band and hope not to hit the yellow band or the cage. Either hit chains or don't hit anything at all because of the hill.
Joey was hitting front rim bangers all day, man.
It was that putt of his is crazy.
It's something else, man.
He's always on the basket.
He is, right?
Going in and he's hitting. Yeah.
Got it right online. And Christian's gonna save a par here. Or my name is Ian Anderson. There it is. Wait, not prove me wrong, buddy. So we got 4, 3, 2, 1. Christian in the lead. You're one back. And we're on to hole 8. And this is the only par 4 on the lower course, Jared?
Yeah, and it's kind of a tweener. It's only really a par 4 because there's not really a perfectly clean way to get there.
Okay.
It kind of does like a U, if that makes any sense. Instead of just like a hyzer at a 45, it kind of comes back a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's a good hole. I'd say it's a 4. If you're getting a 4 in the open card, you're feeling pretty bummed.
Mm-hmm.
But a 3 is a good score on it.
Right on. What are you trying to do here?
I'm throwing a turnover with an F5, but I let go way too early. Had the right angle to it, just was way off my line.
Gotcha. And Christian throwing his T-bird on a 400-foot hole because he can.
That's pretty sweet.
And that is perfect.
Wow.
Maybe just, I mean, normally when you're doing that shot, the reason I would imagine he's throwing that T-bird is to get a little pop-up towards the end to not finish quite so hard left because there's some trouble over there, but like I think Seth just found.
Yeah, it looked like he finished a little early. And Joey, that one just came out early, right?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Got a real nice hit there, though.
Yeah, sure did.
The
So,
forehands I was nervous about throwing. I love throwing forehand, but I jammed my finger, so when I put pressure on it, it hurt, but that one worked out all right.
yeah, that was a great out from there, man. I don't think you do much better, honestly. And Seth hoping to get around these bushes and just left it short.
Those are the bushes I was talking about. If you cut it too tight and you got the right distance,
Mhm.
you end up in those and kind of just trying to scramble for somewhere. You're not far away. You're just no look at the basket at all.
And here's your look for a 3.
I knew I missed that right away.
Hate that,
I
man.
wasn't committed.
Yeah.
Got to throw at it, not up.
So here's Christian for an eagle. And
Ridiculous.
Christian Dietrich
Ridiculous.
doesn't miss putts. And if you didn't catch that, Jared
Telling
goes,
you, I think I'm telling you that Christian came to win today.
Christian came to win today. There was a replay on that putt. You can see that gap he hit was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, and see, he ended up in the bushes that I was talking about. But he ended up with a little teeny window. So, But I imagine with that T-bird, and I'm sure he's come darn close to parking it before. You just get, instead of ride the hyzer all the way, just a slight little turn up just to go, 10 feet deeper and just kind of land soft. So.
And that was Seth White's caddy rocking the Octothorpe best bag in disc golf.
Oh, it is. Those things are ridiculously awesome.
Yeah. Central Coast Disc Golf got sponsored by Levi and Pound.
Kidding?
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, Levi's.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Levi's
Yeah,
such a
he's
cool guy,
awesome.
man.
Yeah, he's got a way better beard than I do.
He does, dude. He's crushing you, buddy.
I know, he's smashing me on the beard front.
Yeah, that thing's pretty amazing. We're on to hole 9 here, 255. This one's very downhill, Jared.
And that's a good shot. I know Christian was saying like he wasn't close enough, but that's like perfect because it's just straight downhill behind it.
Yeah, you really don't want to go long. And Joey getting pin high, but off to the left.
Yeah, it's just one of those shots where you're trying to be touchy, and so you can be too touchy, and that's kind of what happened. So,
I almost feel like I might throw like a tomahawk at this or something.
Come on.
That would-
yeah, you could roll though. It's pretty steep back there.
Yeah,
down
that's
where
true,
we
huh?
like- So
yeah, you
I
sallied
just
that one, dude.
100 feet. Well, I lost my I had a PA3 that was nice and overstable, and I lost it practicing on this hole like 20 minutes before the round. It's in those trees down there somewhere.
Oh, no.
And so I tried that one. So I was like, oh, it's flippy. I'll throw it soft, and just threw it way too soft.
And there's Joey on the basket all day again, but just not in it. And Christian for birdie. Christian making a birdie.
Yeah.
Yep. And you weren't stoked with this upshot, if I remember correctly.
25 feet or so. Took me 3 shots to go 170 feet.
Yeah.
And barely make it.
Pro side at least, dude. It went in.
Oh, I was laughing at myself so hard. I'm like, gosh, man. It's like make one of the easier holes like the hardest, most stressful hole out there.
I love it, man. And Seth didn't give himself an easy look here, but does manage to convert.
That really isn't easy. He's tall, so he can get around him. Those trees are thick right there. If you're right behind him, there is not much to look.
Yeah. And nice birdie from Seth and Christian. Seth is actually a tattoo artist. If you want a tattoo, hit that guy up. He does some great work.
Papa Cat.
Yeah. But that is all we got for part 1, guys. Jared, thanks for joining me, buddy.
Time.
Yeah, and we'll catch you guys in part 2. Thanks for watching.